Hello, my darlings. Capricorn, welcome to your November reading. I am going to do a pyramid tarot reading for you using my Akashic Tarot deck, my lovely deck. I just saw Archangel Raphael for you. And we are going to see what messages Spirit wishes to give you for November. The pyramid tarot will talk about the foundation of the matter with the first 4 cards. Then we'll look at the present situation, which has come off the foundation. And then we'll look at the potential outcome for you. So let's have a look. First of all, this reading is for those that most need to hear the message, and for those that do resonate with it, it is in divine design for you, my darling. Okay, so let's move ahead for Capricorn. Thank you. The foundation of the matter, please. Thank you, Spirit. This is where the present situation, what it's built upon. Thank you, Spirit. One card, please. There we go. We've got the 7 of Roses, the journey. Thank you. 7 of Cups. Thank you. We have also got the Akashic Library, and we've also got the Oracle of Delphi. Thank you, Spirit. And one last. This is obviously a beautiful love reading for you, my darling. And let's have a look. Too many cards. One card, please. Thank you, Spirit. Hilarion has come out for you. Thank you. And 7 of Forces. So 2 lots of 7s, which is rather lovely. So what I'm feeling for you, the 7 of Forces is balance, that you have literally kind of come into a sense of order and balance in your life. You've tidied things up. You're feeling in balance. You're feeling, oof, it's almost like you're preparing. You've been preparing for something. Do you see all these lovely, neat kind of letters there? There's been correspondence that's been happening with somebody. There is very much a feeling of being, there's a destiny to something's happening at this time. There's beautiful light in this card. You've done something in preparation. And this is what I'm seeing, the 7 of Cups, the Akashic Library, the Oracle of Delphi, and Hilarion. These are 3 big major arcanas here, which are all about your higher self, with the 7 of Cups being the journey here as well. So you're ready. Spirit is saying you're ready. You're ready to receive. And I feel this is like new or renewed opportunities for you at this present time in love, because the 7 of Cups is about choices that you've made along your journey. Bear with me just one second, because a little Daisy, hang on. I love my Daisy, but she does have the biggest snore in the world. So the 7 of Cups with this journey talks about the adventures that you've had in love, the varying different types of relationships that you've had, the understandings of them, the adventure of them, seeing them with sort of different and fresh and new eyes. Now within this space, you're now ready for a new adventure. As I said, this is the Akashic Library. This is you. Everything that you've experienced within relationships, you're now understanding more and more about yourself, but you're ready for a new chapter, and you're ready to write your own chapter. And Spirit wants you to write down actually what you are looking for with relationships. What is it that you've learned on your journey with regards love? What is it now that you are wishing to happen in the next chapter of your life? Write it down, declare it. Intend for it to happen, will for it to happen, because you are now, this is the foundation of what is coming in for you. And I can't wait to see what's in the present moment. And this is the Oracle of Delphi. So this is your different interpretation, your different perception of life, love, relationships, all of it. And I feel that you're not now seeing relationships as a form of all-encompassing happiness or all-encompassing need, or you're seeing relationships as a really extraordinary way to have a greater understanding of yourself and of others as well. And I think this is really extraordinary, darling, and you're welcoming in the change. This is that do you see that little stool there? That 3-legged stool means welcoming in change, and welcoming in also a different viewpoint that you have on things. And then number 5, Hilarion. So this is, Hilarion was an old master. Oh, my elbow went there. Hilarion is an old master, and he is about great wisdom, great knowledge, great research as well. So Hilarion is there in your foundation. And it's a reminder for you to continue within this space that this extraordinary foundation that you've set yourself, continue to acknowledge things that you might otherwise not acknowledge. Continue to acknowledge things from the spiritual sense, the spiritual point of view, because alongside the Oracle of Delphi, this is about inspiration that's coming in from the divine for you. Wisdom comes from conscious awareness. It comes from and it's your insight that's coming through. So don't ignore your insight, because this is Hilarion is saying, don't ignore it, acknowledge it as well, and continue to be on that quest for that knowledge. So let's see what is your present situation. What's in the present for you right now? Now, these cards are 5 to 7, and number 6 is the King's Chamber. So it is what is sort of integral to the matter in the middle. So number 5, thank you, Spirit. 4, Capricorn. Oh my goodness, too many cards. Thank you. Number 5. Please. 4 of Forces has come out for you. Now, let's look at the King's Chamber. Thank you. Central to the matter. Wow, that flew out. What have we got? 4 of Cups. Thank you. And now let's look at card number 6, please. Thank you. Lots of 4s here. I like 4s for you here. Thank you, Spirit. And we have got the 4 of Keys. Spirit's being very funny. So in this present time, and on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Divine Physician, number 6, again about balance. This is about relationships and making important choices that you're making. And this is about you understanding that there is, wherever this journey has taken you on love, and you wishing for a fresh, clean slate, as we talked about here with the Akashic Library, a fresh new chapter in your life. There are many different levels of understanding that you're going through at this time. And there are important choices that you are making from a very balanced point of view. And so the Divine Physician is to tell you here that there is great healing happening in the present moment. And it is preparing you for the outcome of what it is that you're desiring. And that's where I go back to Hilarion and the Akashic Library, about you stating your will and intent, with you now having a much more understanding about the value of yourself and the value of relationships. And they're not there to be our salvation. They're there for us to discover all sorts of aspects of ourselves, and they're there for us to awaken. They're there for us to come into a conscious state of awareness. So beautiful energy here. So the 4 of Roses, bang in the middle, the 4 of Cups, the views of the ego. This is central to the matter, and you, within your experiences and wishing to start anew, are clearing the way. This is spring. On either side of these cards, we've got spring and we've got clearing the way. So you are releasing old perceptions, old views of the ego about what relationships should mean for you. And the ego, the ego is not, the ego, as we might call it, a sort of, arrogant, whatever. No, the ego is the mind that sees itself as just that one individual, just as Victoria sees herself as Victoria. And she's a separate entity, a separate personality, and there is nothing connecting her to everything else. But the higher self of Victoria understands that everything is connected to everything else, and everything is part of the divine oneness. And therefore, the views of the ego might appear very different than the views of the conscious self, the aware state of being. And the views of the ego also in the present moment are very powerful when we start to detach and watch what our reactions might be, or what our response might be to a situation. And the ego needs reassurance, and the ego needs to be shown, and the ego needs to bear with me again. I'm sorry about that. The ego needs reassurance. The ego needs to know that it's doing the right thing. The ego feels it has to defend itself. The ego feels it has to protect itself. The ego feels it has to control itself. The ego has a tendency to over and over think about itself. But what Spirit is saying is you're clearing the way at the moment. You're clearing the way. You're releasing that. You're coming into a different viewpoint with almost like spiritual research you've been doing and knowledge that you've been gathering in. You're turning it into wisdom, and you're clearing the way for what is to come for you. And because you've got the Seven of Cups, it's the very first card in this reading, this is about choices and decisions with regarding emotions and love. That's what I'm seeing with this card. And so therefore you are now planting seeds, because you are not seeing things. So we tend to see things as we are, not as they are. And I come back to that views of the ego here. You have understood now what's been reflected back at you in relationships has been a way to release and clear things from you that has been part of your behaviors for so long, because the universe always presents to us in different people, different experiences, different events, the same lessons over and over again, slightly wrapped up differently, until we finally go, oh my goodness, I get it. I can see now what I'm doing. I can see how I'm reacting to this. And actually, I'm going to stop doing that because it's not healthy for me. And so you've gone through all of that, my darling. And now you are in a place of clearing the way, okay? Clearing the blockages in your life. This is the Four of Keys. Because you understand that this is only a reflection of the ego way of looking at things. And now you're responding to life by planting new seeds. This is the spring and the autumn. So this is the spring card. This is now what you have planted. You're now going to start to see in the present moment. You already have things blossoming, things constructive, things that are coming in for you, things that you've manifested in your life from a very positive energy that you've had about yourself. So now let's have a look. Thank you, Spirit. Show me what is coming in, the outcome of this. Thank you, Spirit. And I really feel there has been, alongside this kind of knowing, this new chapter. New chapters can't start until the old chapters sort of come to a conclusion. And I feel with this that you have, my darling, you've been so ready to heal from the past. You've been so ready, and I'm seeing Seven of Keys, Ascent here. You're so willing to devote time, and you have devoted time to healing, to releasing and everything, and to sort of bringing energy into both care for yourself and also care for your future self. You're preparing yourself for your future. So you've got the Seven of Keys, the Ascent. Goodness me, this is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is a real sense of achievement is the outcome of this, a real sense of achievement, something that is not for the faint-hearted, I'm guessing. Let me look at this again. Thank you for the Ascent. Thank you, Spirit. And you've got the Divine Precision has come out again. So great healing, okay? This is a very important choices you're going to be making, as I said, about lovers and relationships and the duality of understanding relationships as well. Thank you. Can you show me the love that's coming in? Thank you, Spirit. They're saying the Buddha prepares. So there is the law of preparation. This is you with the Buddha prepares, understanding about not dwelling on the past anymore, not worrying about the future, and being present, okay? Being present at this time because you are there isn't a rush for you. You're going to come into a place, you are coming to a place of such self-habitation, they're giving me, self-reliance, I'm going to say satisfaction, in terms of you're really happy to hang out with yourself. Thank you, Spirit, with regards the love. Thank you. You've got the Six of Cups, and it says the War of the Roses, but this is interesting. There is no war happening. Somebody's laying their flag down. So I feel with this that whether this is a renewed, sorry, Daisy, shush, darling. I feel that whether this is a renewed romantic, I feel this is something renewed for you. It's something new because it's been renewed. Isn't that interesting? New. It's a renewed relationship for you where there isn't any more views of the ego. Okay, there's no more views of the ego here. There it is, because you have decided to observe this relationship very differently, and therefore you've in that space of taking a step back, in seeing where you both were ego fighting ego and not reacting anymore. I feel that you are drawing a line underneath previous battles. You're clearing the slate, starting again. This is very similar to the Libra reading that I was doing. And you have decided actually that there is no point in fighting. Actually, this is the Six of Cups. This is a soulmate. However, in the fighting, in the ego fighting ego, it has been necessary for you. It has come to a point where actually you've said enough is enough, and you wish to do it differently. You wish to do something differently. Thank you, Spirit. And now you have the King of Roses has appeared. And that is because you decided to look to respond to this relationship with understanding about how somebody can be the way they can be, just like yourself, just like myself, based on certain thought patterns that we might have, repetitive thought patterns we might have, conditioned behaviors, the relationship with ourselves. And then actually you're there to understand that you and they are both there to help each other expand, evolve as spiritual beings, and that actually neither of you are responsible for the other person's happiness, but within that space there is peace and there is a releasing and a relaxing. I am so sorry. Oh, I'm going to finish with one card for you. Thank you, Spirit. There we are. Yeah, the Four of Swords. I know this looks like this is the Four of Swords here. The Four of Scrolls is the Four of Swords. It is very important what you are doing at this time, because you're laying the seeds for the Four of Wands here. That spring card you see here with blossoming abundance, because you are actually now deciding that what you're planting now in this shift of this relationship, what you may have done before is going to be different for what you're doing now, and you are creating a nurturing foundation for either a new, but I feel for many of you this is a renewed romantic relationship, renewed romantic life, a love life, but it's coming in for you in a way that is deeply rewarding for you, both from a loving point of view, but also a very spiritual point of view as well. So there we are, my darlings. And you're really rather good at it. You've got the Eight of Pentacles here. You're going to help others with this as well. So thank you, Spirit. That was for Capricorn. Thank you, my darlings. I trust that that has resonated with those that have come to this reading and it's helped you. I look forward to doing another reading for you soon. But in the meantime, have a really gorgeous rest of November, and do check out my daily readings. Lots of love, my darlings. Bye-bye.